Hi you guys, how are you all? Welcome to this podcast, Upfront and Personal. Here is your host Ananya, all set to become upfront and personal with each and every one of you listening. Now, before we start like talking and conversing, am I wearing red lipstick? Yes. Do I have anywhere to go except, shoot this video? Absolutely not. I do not have a social life at all. Am I going to still wear it for the rest of the video? Are we going to roll with it? Absolutely yes. So now when we have all of that out of the way, let's just start the video already. So you guys, what we are going to talk about today is the concept of friendships and friends and toxic friendship in particular. You know guys, I think friendship is a very underrated subject and we don't talk about it enough. I often feel that friends are something that we can put in a basket. You all must have heard of these dialogues, right? Like in Bollywood movies or Hollywood movies or shows or web series where people go like, I don't see you that way, but we can be friends. I don't love you, but I love you as a friend. And I have been friend zones. He's just a friend. Oh my God, you're just a friend. Don't talk to me like that. Or you're not my family. All of these things. Friends are not a miscellaneous basket. Friends are not a consolation prize. Being a friend is a great honor and a great responsibility. I feel like because of these dialogues and because we don't discuss the concept of friendship in detail a lot, we often feel like we can brand anyone a friend. We can say that, okay, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, and those people, 99.999% of the chance is that they are not going to live up to the standards because A, we don't have any standards and when it comes to friendship, and B, that's not how it works. Friendship takes effort. Friendship takes labor and friendship takes a lot of time, hard work and understanding. I don't brand everyone my friend. There are categories of people. There are colleagues, there are acquaintances, there are people that I know a little bit better than acquaintances. There are family and there are relatives, there are cousins and stuff like that, and then there are friends. So yes, now when it comes to toxic friendship is, a friendship that's toxic, but it's basically a friendship that is not healthy for you. That when it comes to your life and when it remains in your life becomes miserable. And the fun fact about toxic friendships is, the fact which is hardly any fun, but let's just roll with it, is that we don't realize that it's toxic till those people leave our life or we leave their lives. And I think it happens in the other way around also. We don't understand, for the most part of it, if we are being toxic to someone else. And full confession here, I'm not here to gossip, I'm not here to bitch about any particular person or a group of people in my life. Yes, I'm 26 years old. I'm not 26, I'm 25, I'm turning 26 very soon, but it has not come yet. So anyways, I am 25, 26 years old, okay? And I have been toxic to so many people in my life, and there are so many people who have been toxic to me in turn, right? I have been horrible to many people who I could be great friends with, who were genuinely nice people, but because maybe, sometimes we are in a strange headspace and we forget to value people around us. Because of that, I have also been toxic to so many people in my life, and I have been guilty of that. And don't get me wrong, when I'm saying that somebody has been toxic to me, I'm not saying that that person is a bad, horrible, toxic person in general. I've got really good friends in their lives, and so do I. It's because maybe we are not right for each other. Maybe that person was toxic to me and vice versa. So it has been both ways around, and I have made a list here of 7 things. I've literally bled over here in my diary of 7 traits which can be helpful in us to understand if someone is being toxic to us, if a friendship is being toxic to us, and to understand what is the action that we have to take now. And also, please don't be biased and look at these 7 traits and understand and try to be like, okay, this person is being toxic to me, and maybe that one also. Be liberal with people, give them benefit of doubt also a little bit, and also please judge yourself as well. Sometimes we are being toxic to people and we don't really get it and understand it, and we just shove it under the carpet because we can't be wrong, right? And yeah, these are the 7 things, not this one, like the other part of the page. I don't want to show it to you because otherwise you won't see the rest of the video, but My handwriting is pretty horrible, so yeah. Anyways, because of the light you can't see, but yeah. We are going to delve into it more deeply, and let's go. First trait of anyone being toxic friend to you is that they'll always shoot you down. That means they'll always tell you that your potential, your talent, your capabilities have a limit, and if you come up with them, if you go to them with a very beautiful idea, they'll always tell you that it's a horrible idea, or maybe I don't think you can do it because you're not made for it, or they'll always somehow implicitly or explicitly tell you that you cannot reach for stars, or you cannot reach for a bigger aim. They'll always tell you that you are mediocre, or maybe you are only till this place. For example, if I have so many good friends in my life, and whenever I have gone to them and I've told them that I want to start a podcast or I want to start a YouTube channel, they have always been very supportive to me because they were good friends. They really wanted to bring out good in me. They were not threatened by my success, or they were not threatened by my own well-being. I think the biggest trait of a toxic friendship is that people are threatened by each other. And that's horrible, but that's true. That does happen. So yeah, that will lead you to develop an inferiority complex. An inferiority complex that you would not even realize is an inferiority complex, because your friend is saying it, and because maybe they are really good friends and you consider them really good friends, you will feel like, okay, maybe they are saying it, so that's the truth, because who else knows me better than my own friend? So you start believing them more than what you believe, more than you believe your gut, and hence the inferiority complex actually becomes a fact for you. Number second, all the toxic friends and actually anyone who is being toxic to you in any capacity whatsoever will display very strong narcissistic behavior. Go to them with a story about your own life, and they will somehow spin it and turn it into a thing about themselves. You would want to talk about, this happened and this person said to me, and they'll be like, right, exactly. You know what, 3 days back this happened with me, and this happened, and I went there, and you'll start listening to them because maybe you're a normal friend, and that's what friends do, listen to each other. But then you're like, wasn't I telling my own story? And this will happen. It's harder to catch on to the fact that the story has drifted apart and it's not about you anymore, it's about them. They'll always cry about themselves, they'll always talk about themselves. A very classic example is Carrie in Sex and the City. Carrie, I would not like to have a friend like her. Like literally every time, even she's sitting in chemotherapy of Samantha. If you have not seen Sex in the City, all of that would be like gibberish to you. But just hear me out. In that show, her friend is basically going through cancer, and they're waiting so that her chemotherapy session could start, and she's over there crying about her boyfriend. Her friend Charlotte, she gets engaged, and she says, I got engaged, and she's like, I got broken up on a post-it, and she says, but my ring. And she literally, this girl, she puts the post-it on which there was breakup text, she puts it on her ring, and she says, paper covers rock. Yeah, narcissistic behavior, my friend. Number 3, these toxic friends will make you suspicious of everyone around you. They will always motivate you to see the bad in other people. You will, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your family, whether it's your teachers, whether it's your colleagues, no matter what, if you complain about anyone to them, or even if you're saying good things about anyone to them, it would not be in the periphery of their narcissism, and it would not satisfy their narcissism that you really like somebody else, or there are other people in your life. So they are always in the fear of getting replaced somehow. They're very insecure in that department, and I think insecurity follows narcissism. So it's an irony, but yes. So what will they'll do? They'll make sure that you cut off other people in your life. Not explicitly, it will not happen like, I don't want you to be friends with anyone else. They'll be like, great, you have other friends in your life, but listen, I think that person is like that, and that person is like that. And again, because they are your friends, they are close to you, you'll start believing them more than what you believe your gut. And your opinions about people would be dependent on what your friend thinks about them. And yeah, Whenever a toxic friend is around you, your circle will become smaller and smaller. Now, you can be an introvert, definitely. You can be someone who really likes having a small circle of friends, and that's okay. I think when we all grow up and we mature and, we understand that there are things like toxic friendships and not everybody is a friend, we do become very selective in a choice of friends and a circle, and that's okay, that's normal. I am just saying that it will happen because you think that everybody is bad and everybody thinks ill of you because a person told you, and sometimes it's difficult to understand that it's not what you think, it's what you have been told and it's what you have been taught. Number 4, they will bitch about everyone around you to you, and there is a high possibility that they are bitching about you to all those other people. Again, I think if someone is being toxic to us, they have a tendency of seeing the bad in people and highlighting it. So it's, I think third and fourth point are quite like closely tied. Like they will always see bad in people and they will highlight it and they will talk about it and they will bitch about it, and they will tell other people secrets to you. And even if you feel like that this is immoral, and sometimes it does happen that the best friends, they keep secrets of everyone across the world, but they tell each other. I'm not saying that it's particularly unhealthy. I am just saying that you will sometimes feel that the things that they are saying are almost like gaslighting, and they are so obnoxious and they shouldn't be said. But because it's your friend, you might think that okay, maybe it's a best friend telling other best friend something. Sometimes we have to pierce the veil. There's a concept in corporate law. You have to pierce the veil and you have to understand that forget who is saying it. Just try to understand what that person is saying and always have a consciousness of that fact. I think that really helps a lot, and that really helps us and prevents us from being blindsided. Number 5, they will always be hot and cold about things. One day they are your best friends, they want to hang out with you 24/7, they just want to hold your hands, they are always with you, they'll always, they'll pamper you like a queen and or king, whatever. And then the next day you'll call them or text them and they are not available. Even when you need them, they are not available. Their unavailability is increased many folds. And because the good times are so good, you really hate the bad times. So you crave their company, and when bad times come, they're not there. So you feel like, oh, I'm not going to talk to this person because they have been really bad to us. But then they'll become like a good person and the good times will come and they'll be so good to you that you'll forget that they like playing hot and cold, and then this vicious cycle never stops, basically. You get the point. So the thing is, I do not want friends in my life that will be hot and cold to me personally. Like let's just be honest with each other. Let's not play games. Like that's just not my vibe right now. I do not want to play games with you. I want to be completely honest and upfront. If you have a work, of course, friends have lives, right? I'm in this point in my life where all of my friends work or they're studying for some kind of exams. So they're busy, right? So I understand your busyness because I am also busy. So that's okay. But being busy and being continuously unavailable because you don't want to be available are two completely different things. So just tell me what you are. Don't play games with me. If you want to be my friend, just be my friend with openness and honesty, because this hot and cold, I ain't got no time for that. Number 6, when you lose those people, when those friendships end, there's a high chance that you lose like 5 other people. You will lose a lot of friends as a collateral damage when you lose your toxic friendship. I'm not making this up. Okay? What happens is that when toxic friendships end, which they usually do, what happens is they talk to other people. Because when you become friends with anyone, you do share a group. And then other people, they leave your life because they think that they are right, or maybe some people think that you are right, so they leave their lives. So it happens. But if a person is being toxic to you, they will make sure, and it will not satisfy their narcissism if they don't make it a point that losing them is the worst thing that's happened to you. So they'll make sure that you are not only losing their friendship and their precious company, you're losing other good friends as well. So they will make sure, sometimes consciously, and sometimes I think it even happens subconsciously, they will badmouth you, they will make sure that they gaslight you, and you lose a precious company of a lot of other people who have been actually good to you and who would have been a very positive influence in your lives. So Every time you lose a toxic friendship, just be prepared to have some collateral damage. It's gonna happen. I'm not lying to you. That's how it all works. Number 7, these toxic friendships, it's very, very unfortunate and it's very, very sad, but these toxic friendships are actually very addictive. You know, the thing that we spoke about being hot and cold, I think it does happen a lot that these toxic friendships become very addictive. More often than not, these toxic friends are not your normal friends. These toxic friends are your best friends, are friends that you can rely for life. And you actually have an idea in your head that these are, friends for life and you will not survive without them. And obviously, if most often than not, these toxic people will tell you, because they're narcissistic, that listen, this is going to happen, like you will not able to survive without me, you'll not able to sustain without me, and hence they will fuel this addiction. So you'll always be addicted to them. More often than not, even if you are, even if you have this idea and complete conformity in your mind that that friendship ended for good, even if that realization finally hits you like a thunderbolt, that friendship was in fact toxic, you will still feel that you miss them. You will still feel that prang of loneliness. Of course, no matter what person, even if it's an abuse, even if it's a very, very awful relationship, sometimes we do feel the void of things, because again, Stockholm syndrome and stuff like that, we even miss people who have been really bad to us, even if before we come to the realization that they were bad to us, and even after that. So yes, toxic friendships are quite addictive. Any friend that you are addicted to right now, I'm not saying best friends, who are very healthily love each other, support each other, like can't live without each other because they're so tied up and so close together, genuinely. Not talking about those friendships. If you feel like you're addicted to some kind of friendship, like you cannot live without that friend, time to reconsider that friendship. Friendships are not something that you need to be addicted to. And if you are, just think about it. These friends will make sure that they tell you that they are your only lifeline. No friend is your only lifeline. I'm going to tell you that right now. So get up and pick yourself up and just get rid of any friendship that's been toxic to you. And if you have been through anything that has been toxic to you in past and you have survived that and you have surpassed that, congratulations to you. And if you have been toxic to someone and now maybe you realize after listening to all these traits that maybe you have been inadvertently toxic to someone, pick the phone up and apologize. It's never too late to apologize. So it was a little bit of a heavy topic. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe to my small baby channel. It's been in the stage of infancy and only you guys can make sure that this channel blossoms and grows more than what it is growing right now. So please like, share and subscribe and comment down below about your experiences only if you are comfortable. Otherwise, message to me on my Instagram. My Instagram is linked down below. I'm gonna go now. Bye!